Hey guys, Tatum Talk Podcast. We're back again, man. This is an action-packed show. We're gonna talk about travel ball, talk about why I don't like travel ball culture. We'll talk about PWOs, walk-ons. We're gonna talk about just understanding this football process. So first thing, let's go. Travel ball, guys. Travel ball is a new thing. You see kids all over the country now playing ball. And listen, I like travel ball because it gives you a chance to play kids outside your area every week. But I hate the travel ball culture. I hate the travel ball culture. I'm going to say it again. I hate the travel ball culture. Guys, travel ball culture is so bad nowadays in certain areas. Every week, man, I hear in Atlanta, every single week in Atlanta at one of these travel ball tournaments, somebody fighting. Every week, every month, I hear about somebody getting shot at a football game. Now, guys, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. All right, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. All right, a small town, rough town in the Midwest. Gang banging when I grew up, man. Grew up in Garden Valley Projects. Anybody know about Cleveland? Know about Garden Valley Projects? Mama grew up in King Kennedy Projects. Grew up on 131st in Union. Everybody know about them areas. Grew up near Harvard. So I'm in some of the hardest areas in Cleveland, guys. I played football, and we played in rival gang neighborhoods. All right, we played in neighborhoods that when gangbang kind of died down, in neighborhoods we just didn't get along with. There was never fights at the games. Never nobody getting shot at the football games. But what happened, man, to this culture of you see coaches fighting coaches at games. You see parents fighting parents. You see, man, look, I've been going to games and I'm really looking to find the talent, looking at talent of who can help, me or help a program. Or I may go there, I want to sponsor a kid. Man, I go to the games, man, it's weed smell everywhere, loud music, parents cussing at kids. Now, here's my rule, y'all. If you're a parent, you cannot, and you should not be talking to nobody else's kids. Like when I watch my son play football or basketball, I talk to him. I don't talk to nobody else's kids, because when you talk to someone else's kids, now you open up a whole new can of worms, because that mom or dad is not going to enjoy that. They're going to say something back to you. You get smart, and now that's when an altercation, and it can be that quick and lead to somebody getting killed. Like, for real. Like, understand this, man. I hate the travel ball culture, but that's the travel ball culture, y'all. That's the culture. On social media. And it's crazy, the groups, man, how much, like, they trash talking, but it's getting personal. And I'm like, it's cool to have a little fun and back and forth trash talk, but it should never get personal. But it's gotten personal. And that's why my son is not playing travel ball. Because people always say, well, hey, man, your son a dog. Let him go play with so-and-so team or so-and-so team so he can play travel ball. I'm like, great, but I don't want to have to go to the game with a gun. Like I literally, when I go to these youth park ball games, man, like I literally got to have my gun on me because I'm nervous about something happening. And like, man, to me, youth sports should not be a place of violence. And it's because social media has hyped things up. Man, I seen a picture with some young boys, probably 12, 13 years old, man. And they had FUCK something on their shirt. Now, what coach allowed that? And then I seen a tweet, the coach said he had nothing to do with that. That was all the kids wanted to do that. For what? Like, why would you allow, like, who took that picture? Who took that picture and put it on social media? That's what I want to know. Like, come on, y'all, man, we got to be better than that, y'all. Like, man, I'm telling y'all right now, we got to do better. Again, I love travel ball. I hate the culture. We got to change. And I'm calling y'all out. I'm calling all y'all OGs. All you OGs, guys, can y'all stop this? Y'all can stop it. Y'all can stop it. Like, because the police can't stop it. The media can't stop it. You parents, first, please stop all the nonsense. And you OGs, can you make the rule there's no fighting at games? There's no guns at games? That was the rule in Cleveland. The rule in Cleveland was no fighting with the kids, that no drugs by the kids. All right? Guys, please, 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 man. I'm telling y'all right now, man, the OGs, man, can y'all please stop this, man? Hey, guys, this segment was brought to you by... All right, guys, we're back with the Tatum Talk Podcast, man. I know we talked about the travel ball in the last one. We're going to talk about PWO versus walk-on. So let's understand this, guys. You got PWO versus a walk-on, a preferred walk-on versus a regular walk-on. Let's explain this, because a lot of people don't understand the difference, because I hear parents and students say, well, I'm just going to walk on. You're not going to just walk on to UGA, y'all. You're not going to just walk on to Alabama or Ohio State. You have to be recruited to walk on. That's called a preferred walk-on. Now, the difference is right here. A preferred walk-on is a person that was recruited, maybe had scholarships, maybe got hurt, or was a really good player, just got overlooked, and a school likes him enough to give him preferred walk-on. Preferred walk-on means you have the same rights as a scholarship player. You're just paying for your schooling, meaning you'll get in the locker room, you'll probably be on a roster, you'll have the same rights as a scholarship player. Now, a regular walk-on, this is a regular walk-on. A regular walk-on is somebody that was not recruited by the school that walks on. Now, normally, a regular walk-on has to try out for the team. A preferred walk-on does not. So a regular walk-on, you literally have to go and try out for the team. Let me tell y'all something right now, y'all. If you plan on walking on to a school and you're not a PWO, you're not a preferred walk-on, you better be in shape. You better be in shape. Because let me tell y'all, so like Georgia State, I never forget, they had like a walk-on tryout, and Albany State had one. And they'll bring out, it'd be like 100 kids trying out, right? They'll run you to death that first day because they want to see who gonna quit and who gonna keep going. So I'm telling y'all, you better be in shape. I'm gonna say the best shape of your life, because they may have you run 18 100s timed. And they do that because they want to weed out all the people that's not really football players. All right. So, but understand, walking on is an uphill battle. All right. And let me tell y'all why. So, quick story. I had a student that had multiple offers, and he's a D1 type of player. He was like a 6'1" linebacker, dog, had a great year. D1 type of player. But he only had D2 offers and like a D1 AA offer. Now, he was good enough to probably play at a big time D1 school. Like, dude was a monster, but he didn't have D1 offers. So I told him, I said, hey man, look, you should take this offer, go ball out, and then you can have opportunity to get drafted, or maybe you can transfer up in 2 years. Nah, man, he need to be playing in the SEC. Yeah, SEC. I said, man, I understand that, man, but you don't have an SEC offer. Well, we're just gonna walk on. We're gonna walk on, to the, because so-and-so school in the SEC said we can walk on there, and we're gonna get a shot. I said, man, look, I played at Kentucky, all right? And we had some walk-ons. And in my 4 years there, I think only like 3 or 4 guys got a full scholarship after walking on, all right? 3 or 4 in 4 years. So I'm telling you, it's an uphill battle. Like, first of all, they say they're going to treat you the same. They do not. The walk-ons don't get the same reps, y'all. I'm telling you, the walk-ons, like, okay, you got the scout team, and then you got, like, the scout team is like the freshmen and the guys that aren't starting, they'll play on a scout team. Then the walk-ons will be on the other field, all right? Like, they don't really get reps. So it is an uphill battle. Like, y'all hear those stories of Baker Mayfield walked on and J.J. Watt. Like, man, those dudes were scholarship players that walked on. They wasn't regular walk-ons. So understand this. If you have a scholarship on the table, whether it's D2, NAIA, or D3 scholarship, and you decide to walk on at a D1 school, you're making a big mistake. You need to take this hand and this hand. You need to slap yourself 2 times, all right? If you decide to walk on and you got money on the table, y'all, I'm telling you right now, do not do it, because it's an uphill battle. Now, if you just a monster, just a dog, and you don't got no offers and you have to walk on, then you take that route. But that should be your last option, because I'm telling y'all that it's not the same as if you're on a scholarship, guys. Hey, guys, this segment was brought to you guys by... Guys, we're back for the last segment of the show, guys. This is really crucial because a lot of people do not understand this. With this Tatum Talk Podcast, we'll talk about choosing high school is like choosing college. All right. Well, what do you mean, Tatum? Well, listen, your job as a parent, you should make sure that you position your elementary kid to the high school that you want to go to. All right. So you should be in a neighborhood where it's a good school. All right. Now, listen to this right here. When you're choosing, when you have a good eighth grade, 7th to 8th grade year, it's very important you want to start early. You want to start your process of getting recruited 6th, 7th grade. You want to start early as possible. And then when you get in 8th grade, you have to take visits to multiple schools and figure out which high school is going to be best for you, because that high school will propel you to the next level. Guys, don't just run to the biggest school or the school where the kids get all the offers at. You got to go to the school that fits your son's personality. All right? You have to go to school that fits your son's personality. All right? And I'm going to say that again because certain schools are good, but aren't good for certain kids. Okay? There are certain schools in Grayson, like I know for a fact, I live in Grayson area, Beaufort area. I live in Beaufort area. I lived in Swanee area. So Beaufort is a great school, but they have freshmen right now at Beaufort that are playing freshman football that could be varsity starters. Grayson is a great school. They have people at Grayson's high school that are playing freshmen and JV as freshmen, but should be starting varsity somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying they should transfer, but you got to understand what's your son's path. Okay, if your son not developed, and you go to that big time school, you're gonna get left behind. Sometimes it's good to go to a smaller school where he can get developed at, and then he can play earlier. Some kids aren't ready to play early. So I don't know that, but you got to understand where your son is at in that spectrum, and you got to choose the right school, like choosing college. So your 7th grade year, you should be looking at schools all over your area to where you're gonna go with. Now, but you should already be in position living in the area of a good school. But when you're in 7th grade and you're in 8th grade, you should be taking visits to schools as your recruit, and you should be talking to people around that area to find out if that school is going to be good for your son. Because again, everybody's personality is not the same. All right. So you got to make sure that your son fits that locker room, and also, can he play there? Some schools you go to and you ready to start, but then they bring in another recruit. Okay, so you got to understand the dynamics of that school and figure out what's going to be the best for your son going forward, guys. Hey, guys, I'm Derek Tatum. This is the Tatum Talk Podcast, guys. That is it, guys. Please follow us on IG. Make sure you subscribe to our page. Hit the button right now. Subscribe to our page, guys. Let's go get it.